Welcome, my name is Tishara and this is StarMade. Today's episode is going to be structured slightly different than the previous episodes you've seen from me, mainly because I'm going to heavily focus on detailing certain parts of the interior of this ship. And I'm trying to be methodical about it, going through each floor, see what I missed, what rooms I still need to do, and then start detailing and bringing in some new ideas for the interior design. And to refresh your memory a bit of what we have to work with, specifically for this episode, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the spaces we have left to do. Starting on the flight deck, I still have a couple of those old worker bees parked here. I need to replace them with the new updated versions for the power systems. But the main part is this big building over here. It's basically empty, so we need to fix that. The main focus, however, will be on the floor where the bridge is located. Not only the bridge, of course, but a couple of other spaces as well, including the medical ward over here. It's a mess at the moment. I did create a layout, but I just dumped some furniture in here and didn't detail anything else in here. And I don't know what I was thinking with this planter over here. It's ugly as sin. So yeah, basically empty rooms with some decoration in here to indicate what it is, but the rest is not detailed at all and not lit up properly. We also have the airlock access that's empty and the room with the transporter access. I'm not happy with the ceiling here as well. It feels a bit too cramped because I lowered it one block, so we need to fix that. Escape pods were basically done, but I can open and close this door on this side of the ship, but I can't do that on the other side of the ship. You see? It stays open. So I want to change that as well. And I had this, well, I'm not sure if it's a storage room or whatever it is, but a room in the middle of the hallway that is empty and not detailed either. Towards the back of the ships I have another couple of rooms that are not detailed. This is what I'm going to believe to be a laboratory with a connected room over here with some detailing but not a lot. So it's a lot of empty space. And on the other side of the hallway we have this control room for the weapons. There's nothing here. This leads to another room and then a room connected to the actual weapon array. At least what looks like the extra weapon array because it's down here. But yeah, empty as well. The last part is the actual factory room of the ship. I did some building in this one over here, indicating how hull hardeners are made, but that's the only detailing I did for this factory room. On the other side of the ship, this factory room is empty, so I need to think of a unique ID for this room as well. So plenty of spaces I still need to fill out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bit of a walkthrough of all the different rooms that I've showed you here and show you how I redid all the detailing and redid the interior to the level I want it to be. To start off this tour properly, we'll be beginning here in the main hangar bay again. I did change the worker bee here to the new specifications, but visually it just looks the same, just with the new systems. But the main part, of course, is this big building over here, because I at first didn't know what I wanted to do with this building. But after thinking about it for a bit, the most logical solution would be to make it some sort of waiting room for passengers for inbound and outbound flights. So that's what I did. I created a couple of benches where people can sit and wait for their flight. And then we have this information desk over here with the inbound and outbound flights that are going to be in the hangar. And we have some people here that can help you. And I decided to place one of these vending machines over here. I created for the conference space I had built in the upper floors. I did some variations of those, so I added different flavors, different types of snacks that you could get. So we've got some lime water and some lime snacks, and here we have some orange juice. So we have plenty of different types of snacks you can get here in the waiting area. And on the level above here, I decided to add some of these standing tables that you basically stand at instead of sitting in a chair, and some actual benches with actual tables, and one additional vending machine with grape snacks. So yeah, lots of different colors. That gives it a bit more life, and I think this is a perfect space for a waiting area. You can just look out into the actual hangar bay, see if some of the traffic pass by, and then wait for your outbound or inbound flight, depending on what you're waiting for. So that's one room done. Let's continue on to the main floor up above here that we are basically mainly concentrating on. So we're going to take the main elevator up one floor and see what I did over there, because it's quite a lot actually. Here we go, up. Always a nice sight to look into the hangar bay like this. This is one of my favorite views. And here we go. Here we are. I can start with the sick bay, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a right turn over here and go to the embarking and disembarking area first. So this is the area with the teleporter. I decided to add some fences here to basically guide the people in and out of the teleporting area, so you can wait in this area until one of the crew says okay, go, and then you go in and then go to the teleporter, and then en masse teleport out, or if you teleport in you can just exit through here through the middle. So I changed the ceiling as well, basically removed this lowered bit I had for the lights, just did some simple ceiling light like this, gives it a bit more headroom. Same on this end, and I created a fence area over here for the airlock, and some benches to wait here with some additional vending machines. So basically a smaller version of the one I did below. I still think this wall at the end is a bit too bare, so I need to do something with that, and I didn't really do something with the customs office over here, or basically where the security people are housed. So I still need to detail that. So yeah, there's a lot of detail going on here, but I haven't finished everything on this floor yet. It's going to be multiple passes with thinking of details. But next part is this sick bay. This sick bay I'm quite proud of, because I did a lot of things here. As you can see here, it looks quite different from what it was before. It's a lot brighter. I've got lights in the ceiling. I've got all types of detail. So this is the reception area, for example, with some workstations where a nurse sits, then asks you a couple of questions when you are arriving for the doctor to visit. And we've got this what do you call it, apothecary, where you can get medicine. So it's basically enclosed to prevent people from stealing something. Then we've got all the type of medicines here in this back wall, and then some type of medical dispenser type thing here in this wall, and of course a place for the receptionist to sit. Then we have this waiting area on this side of the floor with again a vending machine. I love those things. They're an easy way to fill up a wall space, and a nice painting of a tree it actually is recognizable as a tree on the wall over here to give it a bit more brightness. On this side, I've got an office and already posted a picture of it on the Discord of it. This is the torch, dentist office. Of course it is. Basically with a chair like this in the middle and then all types of storage around it. Basically, if you go to a dentist, oftentimes it feels like you're in a kitchen with all the cupboards they have around them with all the stuff they need. So I decided to depart from the idea to make this a general practice office for a doctor, but just make it the dentist office. Then we can look into the operating theater over here, but I did something different with that as well, because if you go in over here, this was the button to close the door, but now it also closes the window. So basically what I did is replace the door glass here, because I can still open this if I press it, because I'm the owner of this ship. I opened this and then docked a regular door in the same space, and then switched basically between the open and the closed state of the window. So when someone is being operated on, you can't look into the operating room, because that would be a bit weird. Yeah, if something goes wrong, then we do have the morgue over here. Basically, spot for 2, and some washing basins to clean yourself up, and some other furniture to store medical equipment. And then over here we have the actual general practice office for the doctor. So some additional furniture, then his desk with access to the computer or the patient files, and the examination bed over here. And through this door we have the big medical scanner. So if the doctor really doesn't know what's the matter with you, then you just plop them down in this medical scanner, and then the computer will figure it out. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep this computer setup, because it's a bit big, I think, but yeah, something for the second wave of detailing, I think. I did add an additional functionality to this, so if I press this button, this goes into the scanner, and then after a couple of seconds it pops out again. Then it's done scanning. So we have some functionality in the sick bay like this. Then the last room over here is the recovery room. So this is where the patients can sleep and recover from their surgery or other illness. Some nice flowers to look at. And then over here we have the patient shower and toilet rooms. So it's very roomy, just with the basic facilities for the patients if they need it. So that's the medical ward. So it's quite different and quite a bit lighter than it was before. I quite like the atmosphere I've got going here. Let's continue on to the rest of the ship. We have to go to this side for now, because I did change this side. Yeah, I can now open and close the doors for the escape pods, because I want to keep them closed, because it's a bit weird if you have regular traffic through this hallway, and then every time you encounter open doorways for the escape pods. That's not really something I want. This was the storage room that was basically empty. I added some closets and computer terminal in here. This is also some sort of safe room, so if the ship is under attack, you can hide in this area, because it's the most armored of this deck. So here we got the other escape pods with all the doors now closed and being able to open them just like this, and then it closes behind you when you launch the pod. We can continue on from here to this part of the ship. I haven't shown this in the overview because I haven't done anything in here, because most of this is already detailed. Already showed this in the previous episodes. This is where the park is located. But what we do need to do is go to the back of the ship now, because over here we now have this hallway. This leads to the lab. This is one of the 2 labs I have on the ship. One on this side of the ship and one on the other side. I'll show you that in a bit. I've got some computers on this side of the wall, and then we've got these workstations in the middle. If you look up pictures of laboratories as they are nowadays, they just have these workstations with lots of shelving and cupboards in the middle with lots of stuff in them that they need for research, and some glowing green goop on this side, and of course a block of kryptonite because you need that. And then connected to here is a additional research room with a big table in the middle, and then these different types of habitats for different types of alien life you want to research. You can just let it live there. So that's nice and detailed as well. And then we can continue on to the other side of the hallway, because there we have the control room for the main beam weapon the ship has. Decided to keep it simple. We've got 3 red workstations because the main beam weapon consists of 3 beams, so it would be logical to have 3 control stations in here. And this is a trick I learned from one of the ships from Deep Space Mechanic. I quite liked it. It looks like a bit like a selection or targeting rectangle, in my opinion. Then some information for a commander that stands here at the table in the middle and then gives commands to his minions to fire the weapon. This is connected to a bit of a what they call a workroom, because you need some stuff to maintain your systems over here. So it's better to have some sort of maintenance room here that can enact repairs for the main weapon system. So that's what I decided to put there. So quite simple, but effective, I think. Okay, let's continue on to the back of the ship. This is the door for one of the factory floors. So all nice and detailed as well, with a workbench here, some computers, some storage, and I decided to add 3 additional machines or factories here that could do something. And I hope that I'm making them a bit clear what they do. This is, for example, a crusher. You put a block of whatever you want to crush in here, and then it comes out as one of these capsules. And the same goes for this thing here. This is basically polishing or sharpening one of those shards. And then we have a industrial scanner that's scanning this bit of rock to see what it's made of, and then we can do something with it. And on this wall, just a couple of storage cabinets to round things off. So it's different than the other work area. Connected to this is another room I didn't show in the overview, but I decided to create this workroom that's dedicated to basically paint. Creating paint, applying paint, things like that. So I've got a workbench, then all the paint colors on the wall over here. Then over here we have some sort of pedestal you can put something on and then spray paint it, and then the air sucked away just to make sure. And then we've got these drying cabinets. You can put pieces in to dry them without them getting dusty. So yeah, all dedicated to paint. But let's continue to the other side of the ship, because I haven't shown you what I did with the other factory room. A bit of a stutter, I think some ships are loading in. I'm not sure, did I show you already this mechanical piece here in the hallway? I had some greenery here before, but it didn't really feel logical to have greenery here in the middle of the hallway. I just wanted to have this section of the ship to be dedicated to mechanical stuff. So yeah, that's what I did. So let's continue in this door. This also has a workbench, but with a different equipment in it, and some storage on the wall. And still the same factory over here. So just adding all the different additional furniture in here rounds it off a bit more. But this workroom over here is dedicated to material science. So nice workbench over here, a big old laser here that can shoot at targets to see if a piece of armor is strong enough. Nice workbench over here, and then this is a metal roller thing. You can press metal under here to make it thinner and perhaps bend it a bit more if you need it. So basically also a metalworking shop that you can use to repair the ship if it's needed. So that's quite a lot of detailing that has been going on. There's a couple of other small spaces like computer rooms, things like that I haven't shown you yet. There is one that's close by that I can show, but that's the last thing I'm going to walk through, I think. Yeah, this one. This was an empty room as well. I just created a computer room here that controls the generators, so 3 in total, so 3 computer banks for that. So that's one additional piece of detailing for this connected to this space. But the rest is, as I've shown you, quite filled out. So the idea is to go through each floor, detailing it in the same level as I did over here, for example, but of course thematically what the room is going to be, of course. So I'm hoping you have some inspiration with what I've shown you, and if you have ideas for particular rooms that you want to see on the ships, I still have rooms that I haven't decided to exactly what they're going to be, so if you give me ideas I can probably incorporate them in some way. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.